Good afternoon, everybody. Evie here. Hope you're having a fabulous day, and thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I'm really grateful for your company. This afternoon, I'm actually going to make a cake tiered stand of 3, the large, medium, and the small. I've got the center parts here to go in afterwards, and I'm going to be using Rez Products, which are suppliers here in Australia. I'll put the connections and the details down below. And the colours I'm using are warm magenta, which is a mica powder, and I'm using magenta ink paint drops. I've put in about 6 drops in with the mica powder, in with the epoxy resin. The epoxy resin I'm using is Platinum Ultra Clear 2-part. It's 1 part hardener to 2 parts epoxy resin. I've already got the other colours mixed up. The next one I'm using is Turquoise Blue by Rez. It's a beautiful colour, beautiful. Turquoise is my favourite colour in the world. And the next colour I'm doing is Silver Night, another epoxy. Everything is Rez Products. I'll move those out of the way now. Oh, and I've also going to be putting in some of the Rez Expressions in their crystal crushed crystal glass there. And also I've got a few little bits of, in the turquoise, some other little enhancements, nail enhancements. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, usually the colour you put on the outside comes in. So that's why I've got the ink in with the magenta as well, because I want it to come in and mix. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll see what goes on. So I'm going to do it in a drop pour method. So I'm just going to put some in the middle. And of course the size of the circle gets bigger with each. Just move those out of the way, with each colour, because of the size of the mould. A little bit more here. Now I have made sure this is level, but as I say before, even when you've checked it, it could still be out slightly. Okay, so the next colour I'm going to pour in is the silver. Well, actually no, it's not. I'm going to add a little bit of clear. Just try to push it out. I'm just pouring it on top of the little button in the middle that's going to make the hole in for the connections for the stand to go. Oh, look how pretty that is. And I'm started using baking paper because the resin will come off it, and I'm not ruining so many expensive doggy wee pads all the time. I don't know why that's... Okay, the next one I'm going to put in is some silver. Okay, once again, a bit more clear. Just watch how it disperses it. It looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at that. Look how that does that. This silver's amazing with clear. It's just beautiful. I might actually pour a little bit more. Oh no, 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 no. Now I'm going to use the aqua. Just going to pour the sticks under here. I've already done it. Right. Wrong colour. I nearly put the wrong colour on then. Oops. Okay. Once again, some clear. Actually, I should have got rid of some air bubbles with each colour, but I forgot. Just to get rid of some. Careful not to burn your mould. Right, and I'm going to pour some of the magenta in the middle again. Okay, what else have we got here? We've got some more. Oh, we've got silver. Right, got a tiny drop of pink, or magenta I should say. Pop that in the middle. It's amazing what you can do with just a tiny little bit of resin. Finish up just the last of the clear. Actually no, I've got to put some of my enhancements in. Oh, I forgot. Just sort of sprinkling over there in the middle a bit. It will get pushed aside. Right. And then my little blue ones, if I can open them. I've got sticky hands. Oh yeah, that we are. Not that many left, I may as well use them, hey. I think that might do. Right, now the last of the clear, I'm just going to go on the top. You can see how lovely and clear this resin is. I just let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes after it's mixed correctly, and it just is beautiful. I may need more actually. I'm not quite sure if I've got enough. I'm going to have to make a little bit more. I'll just turn you off for a moment. Okay, I've got some more resin mixed up. I'll just give it a moment just to sit for a minute. Okay, and check out where we're coming from here. I imagine the backs will be quite silver when you look up at them, because I do believe that the silver might be of a higher density weight, but it does create beautiful, well, and putting that ink in will create beautiful striations, as you may be able to see around the edges from the magenta. I should have made a little bit more magenta, I think, but never mind. I've got a little bit there, a little bit there. Okay. When you're mixing your resin, do make sure that you get the sides, the bottom, scrape the stick. I actually change mine and keep tipping them inside and then swapping them over into about 3 or 4 containers to make sure. Right, now we'll go back to finishing the large one off. maybe enough. And a small one. I'm just trying to make sure I get it to the top of the mould and that it slightly domes. Okay, this edge has slightly domed, but this end hasn't. So once again, another stick. I will remove these sticks because I don't want them to leave an indentation in the bottom of my moulds. My resin, when they're finished, I'll just put a little bit more in there, a little bit more here. Sticking it underneath the actual baking paper there. You can maybe be able to see it moving around, which looks really effective. Yeah, right, a little bit more in this one. Bit more here. And more in here. Okay, see that white on the top there? That's actually some air bubbles, but that's also some crystals, but I will just remove some of that. Turn my blow torch on. If you have a look, some of it will disappear. As I said, some will disappear. Right. I'll bring you down to show you how that's looking. Oops, don't drop your top in it like I just did. Hoping I've got those thick enough. I was very naughty. I didn't measure by filling it up with water first just to see how much resin I would need. So I've just made quite a lot and we'll see what happens. Okay. I'm hoping that these blue little enhancements don't just stick up through the resin. I don't know whether to try patting them in or not. Ooh, it's a decision time. What do you think, everyone? What should I do? I think they're in. I think they're in. Okay. I'm just going to add a little bit of what's left up here on this edge. Oh, starting to shake. I think I might need to eat. I've had the most fabulous day today. I've been so busy creating masterpieces in my eyes, and I just love it. Had a wonderful lady come and by, got me to commission to make her a tray, the petal tray, and coasters. Actually, I'll link the connection. I think it was the last, or the second last video I actually put up on YouTube, so you can see how that went. She's so thrilled. So yeah, so her daughter's a bit of an artist, so hopefully we might be able to do some lessons for her and her daughter over the summer holidays. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll come back in maybe an hour's time and see what's happening. I'll just bring you down first. Take these gloves off. Right, let's turn this off for a minute. This is the small one. You can see how that's starting to pour because it's got the ink in there, and it's going to create lovely striations through there. Look at the crystals and the little blue enhancements as well. And then we go on to the middle size one. Look how that works with the silver, isn't it stunning? Oh my gosh, I just love it. I'm making this particularly for someone in mind, but I'm not going to mention it here in case they're watching. Look at that. Yeah, it seems to be domed quite nicely. I'd just like it to be a bit more domed down that end. For some reason it's not quite. I might have to alter the level. This one's domed, and this one could do with a wee bit more, so I might even have to make up just a tiny touch more resin. Okay, we'll be back. Good morning. Just come out to have a look at the shelves ready for my cake high tea stand, and here we are the next day in the morning. Look at the wonderful results of that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, although they feel dry, and if they were smaller items I'd take them out, but because they're such large flat items, I just want to let them cure in the coasters for another day. I just want to show you the finished tiers of the cake stand that I've taken out the moulds, and that's the underneath of one, and my darling partner is going to demonstrate to us how we attach the cake stand together. Okay, so first of all, say hi.
Hi, hey. Here's a good go at it.
Right. Tell us what you're doing, Stewie.
Right, I'm just getting the screw, got to go into the bottom of the tray. It's the one with the countersunk piece in it. So push the screw in to the countersunk and put a felt washer on. From the felt washer, you put an extension piece. And then put another felt washer on top of that. On top of that, you put your other stand with another felt washer. Put another extension on it. With another felt washer. Your next tier with another felt washer. Felt washer just to bind them together and stop them cracking. That's just the dog barking, and that's it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Stuart. And then you can tighten it up from the bottom underneath with a screwdriver.
Yeah. I've not done it too tight because we've got to pull it apart to post it. But once it's done, just not too firm, just tight, and it'll be good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
This is the tier, the cake tier stand from underneath. We left out the metal washer from the bottom because otherwise the screw wouldn't be countersunk and it would wobble. Okay, so this is the design of the resin underneath, and then from the top, this is the designs from the top. And that's my little Maggie. Maggie! That's my doggie. Isn't she gorgeous? And this is it from the top, looking down. I'm really thrilled to bits with the results because I did use the Magna ink in with the Magna mica paste, which creates all those striations when mixed together. And look at that with the aqua. I like the aqua embellishments, but they're very light, and they tended to stay more on the top because I just sprinkled them rather than mixing them first with resin. It's certainly an adornment, but I don't know that it really needed it. But I am thrilled to bits. This is my very first cake stand, and love doing it. Thank you for watching. Okay, this is it finished.